All righty, all righty. Good evening, good people, and welcome back to another Shop Black Enterprise Showcase here on Source Radio. I am your co-host, Kamidra,
And I'm your other co-host, Shaisha.
and we are happy to have you guys back. We are happy.
Thank y'all so much for joining today. As you all know, this is Shop Black Enterprise Showcase. This is where we bring you all together to put you in front of a bunch of awesome merchants who have great products, great services for you all. And they're Black owned, minority owned businesses. We're coming to you all with that great information. So make sure you're staying tuned to hear what we have for you tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a great show lined up for you guys tonight. I'm so excited for the guests that we have tuned in. And so, also for those who are listening, if you are interested in appearing or premiering here on the Shop Black Enterprise Showcase, definitely reach out to us at 844 Source Radio. That's 844-767-2723, or you can also email us at info@sourceradio.com.
Most definitely. And remember that Source Radio is your number one destination for jazz fusion. And also make sure that you remember that we are here 24/7 for you all for your shoppers' convenience. We got bringing you interviews, music, shopping specials, all kind of great information. So I'm glad you all are here joining us today.
Yes, I am glad too. So, yes, as Shah was saying, we are here for the community. We want to build a community of entrepreneurs, of Black minority owned businesses. So, this is what we're here for. And we want to hear from you all. So, as always, if there's things that you guys want to see, if there's information that you guys want to receive, or if you have questions about how I can showcase my business, how I can get my family on here, my friends on here. If you have some businesses that you want to see, that maybe you've been looking for in your area, but it seems to you can't find it, then reach out to us. We want to hear from you all because we want to make sure that we are giving you all the great content, the great information, and the great businesses that we know are out here and we know that we all are searching for.
Exactly. You have to shape the media you listen to. This is your opportunity to say, hey, you know what? These are people I love, I support, I love their product. I want to make sure more people know about it. Give them that information. Be the plug that you want to be.
Exactly, exactly. We all need blood. So, yeah, definitely we want to get this out to you all. So, but
And
we all, were you saying, Shy?
I'm just trying to make sure that they don't forget that we have over 9,000 affiliated terrestrial and internet radio stations, and the reach is going to be both local and international. So make sure that you are getting people on board. This is how you get people's products out there. This could be the opportunity that someone has been waiting for to get their business heard.
Exactly. Hundreds of thousands of listeners, you guys, hundreds of thousands of viewers, you all. And we also have these broadcasts showcased on our YouTube and on Source Radio and shopblackenterprise.com. So definitely check them out. Definitely share them. If there's some brands or businesses that you are interested in, definitely let us know and definitely share and put this out into your community because the more you know, the more you grow. So we are here to get these businesses out here. And not only are we having businesses, but if you are an artist, we have a special artist today. So if you are an artist, a musician, any type of business where you produce or things like that, we're also looking for those businesses as well because we are on Source Radio. So we want to make sure that the music is getting heard, the music is getting shared, and the support is being spread. So definitely let us know, and definitely for sure feel free to hit us up. And you can get your business showcased here on Source Radio for just $25, you all. You can't beat that. You
At
can't.
all. Not for the exposure you're getting. I'll tell you that right now.
$25. You cannot beat it. So please, please, please spread the word, spread the wealth, and we're here together. We're here to work on it together. So we are. But I think
Dope.
have someone coming on, you guys. I just want to make sure, see if they are ready to get in here. See if we have people that are ready, and we will be with y'all in a sec. We will be with y'all in a sec. So, but we hope that everybody is having a great day. We hope that you guys are ready to relax. It is Friday Eve, as I know some radio host DJ Quicksilver likes to say. So we are getting prepared for the weekend and to be able to relax and rest up, you all. So I know I am. So we hope that this show, gets you all ready for that relaxation, ready for that weekend, that we can all relax. Because I know we all have been having some busy days and some busy weeks. So, all right, let's see. I think we're ready for Eugene Chapman with Chapman Dynasty Productions. Is he here? Is he in the building? There he goes. Hi, Eugene.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
We are happy to have you here. Thank you so much. You are one of our first guest artists in the building, so we are happy to have you here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Saxophonist based in the DMV area. Been playing professionally for the past 20 years now. And as of now, I'm embarking on a solo project.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Dope.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And so what type of music or genre, do you more so focus on?
Pretty much along the lines of jazz, soul, or
Okay.
jazz funk.
All right, we got a great visual up here. It looks like a really dope saxophone. I haven't seen one that looks like that before.
Some people think it's a vintage horn, but it's not. I've had that for about 14 years now. It was made out of metallic, and when I would play it outside, the humidity factor would have furnished, and it gives it that look. So some people think it's a vintage horn, but it's not.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
That's just the evidence of blood, sweat, and tears, huh? 14. Oh, I guess it would be in a high school now, huh?
Well, that's nice. So what made you want to get into playing the sax?
I remember growing up, and I would you would watch television and you would movies, and I would hear these soundtracks, and I would hear this instrument. I'm like, wow, what is this? And I can remember my mother having a cassette tape of, I'm dating myself now, of Najee, his first album.
Okay.
I would listen. She would play it in the car, and I would listen. I'm like, what is that? What is that sound? How's he producing that sound? So that just stimulated a curiosity in my mind as to how do you play this instrument and how do you produce this sound? And I remember when I was in elementary school, they had a group of music educators come to our school to do a presentation. So they had the different instruments on display. And I was like juggling in my mind, like, what instrument do I want to, either trumpet, clarinet? And I just chose the saxophone. I think it chose me.
Yeah. I've seen you play, and you definitely have a gift for sure. So once you found that love for the sax, what kept you going? What kept you, interested in this field?
Well, like other kids, start out, you realize how much work you got to put in. And it's like, oh my gosh, how do I stay motivated? But even in the earlier stages, my mother would take me to these concerts. She would take me to see DC's own legendary jazz musician, Buck Hill. I saw him at Coppin State when I was about 11 years old.
Oh, get him early.
Oh my gosh. Mind blowing. I saw Roy Ayers when I was 8 years old. I ended up seeing Najee when I was 9. So watching those concerts and seeing how the musicians interact with each other in the audience, the energy that was on the stage, that kept me inspired. That actually made me want to go home and practice.
So it seems like your mom, introduced you to this music at a very young age.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I also, grew up listening to music, but and I would say it's nothing like a live band. It is nothing like
You
a live
can't, there's
band.
no comparison. Nothing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So what since you've been playing for 20 years, what do you like most about your work?
What I like most is the fact that I can touch people.
Hmm.
They if they come to me and they talk to me and they tell me how they were touched or they felt inspired, that in itself, there's nothing in the world that can compare to that. I mean, if
Wonderful.
somebody tells me that I know I've done my job.
Right.
Okay, well, that's right.
Yeah.
If there's something that you could tell, those next generation musicians that are coming up, like, what's something that you would want them to know?
Know the business, study the business, take courses, study it thoroughly, ask questions, know the law.
Yeah.
That's a big one right there.
Talk to an entertainment attorney. I mean, there's so many resources now, but whatever you do, learn the business front and backwards.
Right, exactly. Because people don't understand when you're in this type of business, you meet so many people. There's so many, trading of hands, and so it's like you said, it's important to know what you're doing and what you're getting yourself into, so that you can make sure you have a successful career.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And music is one of those things, like when people have that passion, it's so easy for people to take advantage of you, because they know you want to play music.
Yeah, they know, especially if you're young, you're trying like even there was situations that unfortunately I had to be involved in where we were taken advantage of.
Mm.
And I learned something from it, but the things that I know now, I don't tolerate that.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And you don't have to tolerate it.
Exactly.
They didn't tell us that when we were younger.
Yeah.
It took some experience, but I learned it, and here we are.
Yeah, exactly. It's just some growing pains. We all go through it, but as you can see, 20 years plus years in the game, that speaks volumes. That definitely speaks volumes. So tell us a little bit more about this solo project that you've been working on. What if
If you can share, yeah.
It's going to be entitled "Long Overdue" because
Mm,
it's long overdue.
yeah.
I was contemplating on how many songs I was going to put, because one day I looked up and I had at least maybe 17 to 20 songs.
Oh, wow.
But in this day and age, I don't think anybody's going to sit and listen to 20 songs.
Yeah, that's a couple of projects,
Maybe 25 years ago they would have done it, but nowadays it's a different ball game. With people are listening to maybe 2 songs per artist in their playlist. And I had this discussion with a cousin of mine who recently passed, and he told me, why don't you put 8 good songs together? And I said, you know what, you're right, 8 good songs, and that's the direction where I'm going. So I'm excited. I'm very excited about the project.
Yes, we are excited for you. We are excited, and we know that whenever you put it out, it's going to be successful. It's going to be successful. So speaking of your solo project, is there any artist that you would want to work with in the future?
Raphael Saadiq.
Oh, I love Raphael Saadiq.
And
Yeah.
why? Because everybody knows him from his Tony thing.
Mhm.
Daisy.
And but his songwriting is off the chain.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of his songwriting. I'm gonna be honest with you. And his production is great too. He produced a lot of hits for other people. I mean, if you look at his catalog, it's crazy.
Right. I know I saw something online and it talked about all of the songs that he has written and produced. And I mean, it was like mind blowing.
Yeah.
didn't even realize he had wrote some of the songs that I listen to all the time just because, we love music over here.
Right.
you know, just listening to it, and I'm just like, oh wow. So yeah, well, we're gonna speak it so that you're gonna work with him once he hears this solo project that you do. I know it's only gonna be up from here. So
He's gonna say that collab was long overdue.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Much. You spoke it, definitely. Because
So
I would envision, like I would listen to his solo projects and songs that I like. And sometimes I'll be sitting there, even when I was at work, I would sit there maybe daydreaming or falling asleep, and I could hear a tune. I could envision myself writing this song with him or him having input in
Wow.
the song. So it's there. It's a matter of connecting.
Right, exactly. Well, that's the good thing is why we're here and why we're happy to have you here, because we hope that these provide those opportunities for collaborations, because this is a great platform, and you are a very talented artist. So we're happy to have you here, and happy to know that you are working on some things, and we are so excited for your solo project to come out, because we know it's going to be amazing. Amazing. So is there anything else that you want to tell the people? Is there any way that they can contact you? If so, please share with us.
Yes, I'm on social media, Facebook under my name Eugene Chapman. I'm also on TikTok. Well, that's Genezilla, Genezilla1. Instagram Eugene Chapman 3, and I believe I'm on Twitter as well under my name.
Okay,
so you can reach out to me in those outlets.
Okay, very, very. And is there anything before we go? Because we definitely have been, happy to have you here. Is there anything else that you want to tell people? Some inspiring musicians out here. Any words of advice that you can give to them?
Practice your craft, study your craft, work with those that might be more gifted than you, or you may look up to and you're like, oh my gosh. Seek those people out and work with them. Take constructive criticism. It's not nothing personal, and just continue on your craft. And it's good to have. I don't want to say goal. The term goals, and that is a bad term, but I'd rather use the word objectives. Have your objectives and follow your objectives. Find and have a plan as to how you want to go ahead and pursue those objectives, and you'll be fine.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, you guys have heard it from an artist himself, who has been in this game for a while and has been flourishing. So thank you so much, Eugene. We have been so happy to have you here, and we appreciate, all of the information that you've given us. So thank you so much for being here with us.
Yes, most definitely. You always hear about artists out here, but you never get to hear about people who are artists. That's my profession. Like, I don't do it on the side. This is my profession. So it's great to have you here speaking to the people.
Right. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
All right. No problem. Take care.
Right, take care. Bye-bye.
We'll see you next time, Eugene. Bye-bye. So that was dope. Always love it to have an artist on a radio show.
I have definitely seen Eugene in action, and he is wonderful and extremely gifted. So, I'm so excited for his solo project to come out. And, Raphael Saadiq, he waiting. You heard it. He got the music for you. So
Raphael, you might be listening. Go ahead and get that connect.
Hit him up. So, it's been great. Well, we have, something special for you all, but I think we're going to hold off on it for a minute. And so we can actually bring on the next guest if they're ready. Julius Mazaray, are you ready? We have him with his streetwear brand, Capital District.
Let's go bring him on. Hey, Julius, how you doing?
I'm all right. How about y'all?
We are doing well. You look like you are out there enjoying some of this lovely weather that we are having today.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's cooled down because it was hot earlier.
Too hot. I'm tired. I'm tired of sweating.
Definitely hot
Yes.
earlier. So
All right,
how
so
are
Ju-
you?
I'm all right.
Yeah, are you chilling?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Hey, cooling's all you can ask for right about now. All right, Julia. So you are the owner of Capital District. Tell us a little bit about Capital District. What is it?
It's a streetwear brand based on the DC, Maryland, Virginia culture. Everything about our culture outside of politics. So that's why our slogan is Capital District, a lot more than politics.
Love it, love it. You know, we do our DMV definitely got our own culture, definitely got our own swag and our own everything. So
Mhm.
good that you are embracing that. Definitely good that you're embracing that. So what type of, within this clothing brand, what type of products and services do you provide?
Within our brand, we're probably the only black skate brand within the city. So we do a lot of things doing skate with skateboarding. So we have our own skate decks. We have T-shirts with uh, positive figures from DC, slogans from DC. Everything it represents us outside of the political factors that people think about DC.
That's dope. And how long have you been offering these really dope decks and hats and everything?
We've been in business since 2017.
Okay, nice, nice.
Great. Knocking on 5 years in the game.
Uh huh.
And
That's
so what
wonderful.
made you want to start this? Besides, showcasing the DMV, what made you get to the point where I'm going to start this brand and it's going to be mine?
I wanted to start it because a lot of people don't know DC culture. All they think about is the White House, the president. Anything outside of that, they don't know nothing about. So I wanted to bring that to people so they can see that in DC we have our own music, we have our own type of food, we have our own slang. And I'm using skateboarding as a vehicle to drive it in and out so people can see it.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. I've always admired skateboard. I don't have the coordination to, be a skateboarder.
Mhm.
The last time I tried, I just ended up sitting on it and having somebody push me. So, but it's so dope because you don't see a whole lot of representation of Black people in the skating culture. You don't see
Mhm.
that often. So it's great to have that out here. What led you to kind of be invested in skating? What brought you there?
It was just something I always done. And Black people in the skate community is underrepresented. So it's just a few of us. You might see one here and there, but it's not a lot of us.
Right, exactly. Because we don't, like you said, they don't embrace it as much here. Because I know just in my area, they just built a skate park, and it was amazing to see how many of the youth was there. You know, so it's good that they're starting to embrace it more and put these type of parks and things like that in the community because it's other things that kids and youth and adults want to do and to stay active
Mhm.
community. So it's definitely great that more awareness is being brought to this sport, to this hobby, this sport, this activity that we all benefit from. So I see that we have displayed some of your clothing and some of your skateboard designs. Do you want to just explain it to us a little bit? What's going on?
Okay, like you can see for last year for the Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
we made a Sugar Ray Leonard T-shirt. Sugar
Nice.
Ray Leonard is from Landover. That's what's part of the DMV area.
Yeah.
And also you see the big chair tee. Anybody who goes in Southeast DC know where the big chair is at.
Yeah.
You got the legendary Len Bias. If you don't know who Len Bias is, you gotta go find out.
Even I know. I'm not even a basketball player. Even I know who Len Bias is
Uh,
and who he could have been.
and at the bottom corner, you see those shorts. At the bottom corner, the the picture on them shorts is Chinatown, DC.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, and
I love it. I love, again, like you said, embracing the whole DMV culture. So I love it. I love it. And speaking of that, what do you love most about your work?
say again.
I said, what do you love most about your work?
Uh, I just love that I'm doing something that's different. It's to me, it's just something different because a lot of things are redundant and you see them over and over. So I wanted to step outside the box and just do something that could be represented for all of us in this area.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I know you're embarking on, 5 years in this business. How do you feel how your business has evolved over time? Like, what are some of the things that you've learned?
We I think we evolved slowly because when we first started, I had a full time job, so it was like I was 3/4 of the way in. Now I'm like fully in, and I can see the progress of different pieces we made. We're able to put out stuff once a month for people to buy. Shipping is faster. Customer service is better.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's like those learning points that come, as you kind of expand as a business.
Mhm.
So, you've talked a little bit about, the history and everything behind your business, but how would you say that your business is particularly relevant to a Black person in the Black community?
Rather than because a lot of the things, even though it's DC, Maryland, Virginia culture, majority of it is Black Maryland, DC, Virginia culture. Because
Mhm.
you can see the shirt on the top corner, it say now and forever Chocolate City.
Mhm.
Because no matter what happens, DC will always be Chocolate City to everybody.
Absolutely.
No, that's right.
And it's good because your brand embraces, like you say, it embraces the culture, but it also embraces the love. Because I feel like whenever you go somewhere, no matter where you are, and especially for us, I don't know about everybody else. We know where our people are. We can be in Minnesota somewhere, and we're gonna know where our people are, and we are always ready to represent. So
Mhm.
this brand just brings on a whole nother level because if I see someone, no matter if I'm in Atlanta somewhere, I see someone with this shirt on, I'm going to instantly know what it is, where it's from, and that's going to automatically spark conversation. Like, hold on, where you from?
Mhm.
Where you live at? Because like you said, you have done a wonderful job of encompassing, just the deep representation of the city and of the culture. So, that's and like you said, that's something that is rare. That's
Thank you.
we appreciate.
It's a perspective we need out there,
Thank
because
you.
there's I don't know how many, but I want to say at least hundreds of thousands of us in the area. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So we're not a monolith, but we need our culture represented. We need to hear, see, feel, smell, taste all the elements of Black culture in this area.
Mhm.
And as things are shifting, in,
Yes.
as
Yeah.
shifting, it's always good to have a reminder, of who we are and where we've come from, and what we represent to just bring us back and, make sure that that culture stays here and is here to stay because, like you said, now and forever, Chocolate City. So,
Uh-huh.
it's definitely good to know. So,
Yes, and so before, since we're talking about like, business and everything, like, how would you define success in your business? You've talked a lot about what you've done, but how do you feel success is defined here?
Uh, I, I don't define success as no monetary value. Success, I believe, is just being able to come outside and seeing somebody wear my shirt.
yeah.
I don't. The money doesn't mean something, but just to see somebody wearing my shirt and they can see the vision and understand it, that's success to me.
Understandable. So that's great, and what's something that because you've had the experience, of working, like you said, working a full-time job while trying to get your business and then being able to, get to a point where you can devote your time for this business. So we have a lot of, entrepreneurs tuning in. What is some advice that you would give them about, taking that leap and getting to this point where you can focus on your business.
I would tell them that continue working till you get to the point that your full-time job is hurting the money coming in from your business. When your full-time job is taking away the money from your business because you're shipping things late, or you're not able to put certain items out or put them on your website because you have to go to your full-time job, that's when the point where you should transition. I don't say quit, but go part-time and slowly transition into full-time work with your business.
Yeah. So just make sure you have that cushion,
Mhm.
and then once you have that cushion, you're gonna get it's gonna push you to,
Mhm.
you'll know when you're ready. You'll know when you're ready. So, yeah, thank you so much. Is there anything else? Oh, please share, how people can reach you. That's
Uh,
important.
it's CAP_DIST on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay. Repeat it again for the people in the back.
At CAP_DIST on all platforms.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So, but thank you so much, Julius. It was wonderful to have you here. You have heard it. You guys definitely check him out. Capital District, check him out. We are more than politics. you know,
Mhm.
so we have a whole culture, a whole city, a whole community. So we are definitely happy to have you here, and and thank you for sharing with us and sharing your gift with us. So
Thank you.
Great.
we'll let you go and enjoy some more of this weather.
All right, thank you.
Go and keep skating while it's still a little light out.
All right.
All right, take care.
I think we'll
right,
see you
you
next time. Well, that's dope.
I love it. I love his brand. While we still have it up here, you guys, you could see. Okay, we had it up here.
It was up there for a while. We got some good stuff up there.
You guys can see, the artistry and the love that is put into his clothing. The love for the city, the love for the culture, is expressed in his clothing. And we do have a culture here. We talk to different businesses and different entrepreneurs all over, but just being from this DMV area, I can definitely understand, because we have, and I'm sure everywhere has something that they a love and something that's special to
Yeah, every area has their culture, yeah.
everywhere. So it's good that he's embracing that, because like I said, it's rare that we have some of these things, and just in our area, we can recognize everything on his clothing, on his skateboard, on his shirt. So, and it just gives you a sense of pride, gives you a sense of home, gives you a
Yeah.
community. So
Especially for those people, because you just because you're born in the DMV doesn't mean you stay in the DMV. So you want to have a little piece of home represent, give you a little conversation piece for people while you're out, like, oh, what's that? Oh, that's Chinatown, DC on my shorts.
right.
Not too many of those. Out here.
And the person like, oh, where you from? Oh, okay, I see you. We love doing that. So, we yeah, so it's and that's the thing too. I just, I know we do this show, but I just love, having people on here who just love what they do, and so in these times, and just with the job market being the way it is, with just the economy being the way it is, it's good to be in a profession that you love, and it's good to have a business that you love, a business that's thriving, because it's hard sometimes. We had a guest on the show last week who just showed us how hard it is for businesses, especially Black and minority businesses.
Mhm.
So, and last month in August was Black Business Month,
Mhm.
so it's good to just show these things and show people, and we're hoping that it gives people who are listening some inspiration to go out there
To start their
work,
businesses, yeah.
you
Because
know
when you see people out there who look like you doing what you want to do, it's possible. You know that there's an option, there's an avenue for you to make it happen. It's so hard to create the path. We need those trailblazers who are creating paths out here, to show people how they did it so they can do their own thing, you know? And that's
And
why we
one
have this show.
Exactly. And one thing Julius mentioned, because I don't think is showcased enough, is that a lot of people, start these businesses with full-time jobs. And
Mhm.
it's hard. It is hard to start your business and devote that time with a full-time job. And so I think that he gave some wonderful advice on, you know, getting prepared. Making sure you're getting ready, making sure you're getting prepared so that when you're ready to take that leap, because sometimes it'll push you, like you said, when your full-time job start messing with your craft, and it might be time to take that leap, take that
Exactly.
leap and jump out there, because clearly now you are getting to a point where your business is evolving, and you
And you get to a point where you have to decide to invest in yourself and take that scary leap. It's easy to have, like, that safety net in the background, like, oh, no matter what, I always have this coming in. But when you truly invest in yourself, you take that next step to understand that you are the end all be all here, and this is how you're gonna make your bread and butter. Because and I've even seen some statistics, like 36% of Black owned business owners, they said they decided to go into it because they wanted to be their own boss. They wanted to have that kind of flexibility and that control over their schedule and their time and their money. And
right.
giving us our opportunity to actually do that, that's what we're here for,
Exactly. And here at Shop Black Enterprise, we work to help small businesses, from starting to funding to expanding to it all. So, we are a platform, and once, definitely check it out. Check out the website, become a member, because this is what we're here for. This is what we're here to do. We're here to not only showcase these businesses on this platform, but with Shop Black Enterprise, we're here to help businesses. We're here to, provide the resources, provide the information to help you when it comes to starting, when it comes to funding, when it comes to expanding, because there's so much that goes into it. And I know sometimes it can be overwhelming for people, especially starting out. So, this is definitely a great opportunity, a great, membership and community to be in, because not only is it providing exposure, not only is it getting your business out there, but it's, a way and a tool to be used to make sure that your business succeeds.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
because we
And
want all to succeed.
yeah, I mean, because one of the biggest issues that people have when they're starting businesses is a lack of resources. So if you can come to Shop Like Enterprises, where you can have connections to legal options, you can have connections to marketing, you can have connections to event space. There's just so much that Shop Like Enterprises is able to help provide those businesses, so that you can take some of that pressure off of yourself and give yourself the best opportunity to succeed.
Exactly. And
If
I
you
know
got the tools in front of you, why not use them?
Exactly. And I know we're talking about businesses, but also if you're a shopper, because the businesses wouldn't thrive without the shoppers. We need
Yeah.
those. I am one quite often, and we need one too. So if you are a shopper, make sure that you register so that you can support these businesses, because not only will you get the benefit of, being able to search these businesses, be able to find what you're looking for, but, you'll be supporting your community, and you'll have the resources right in front of you. So, this is a great opportunity. This is a great platform to be a part of, because it's like I said, it's community. I can't stress that enough. It's
Yes.
community.
Exactly. And community is how you exchange ideas. It's how you gain ground. It's how you find people who meet the gaps that you have, because we all have gaps. No one is 100% in everything. So you have to find that person. You might be 20% at marketing, but if you can connect with that person who's like 80% at marketing, and you might be great at the creative ideas, providing space for y'all to connect, that's how you're going to flourish and grow, and Black owned businesses, they bring in, $1 trillion a year. And that's, that's a real figure. So that money is coming from somewhere. So we might as well be investing in each other. When you want to get something new, your first thought should be, oh, what Black owned business can I support to help
Right.
get us there? How can I do this? And we're giving you the resource to have that.
Exactly. Because we are out here and we are doing it all, people. So, let's support. So,
Yes, I
but
think our next guest is here.
Yes, come on, let's bring her in. Latanya Carter with Jack's Clothing. Come on in.
Hi, ladies.
Hello, hello.
Linda.
How are
Hello.
y'all?
We are doing
Great.
wonderful.
Good.
How about you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
We are happy to have you here. We are happy to have you here. So tell us a little bit about your business.
So I have a kids clothing line named Jackson Jace after my son.
Oh,
I started it it's going on 2 years October.
nice.
So
Awesome.
Where your business, stationed out of?
Atlanta and Kentucky.
Okay.
I'm
wonderful.
originally from Kentucky, so
Awesome. So you got a couple of market areas that you're working on. And so
yes.
what types of clothes are included in your clothing line?
We have shorts. I have jogging suits. Those are the main attraction right now. Those are the draw cord pants. We call those the Playdate joggers.
Yes, I love those.
I love it. You got me
And I
thinking,
have
I don't know if I'll get one thigh in there maybe. I don't know. I think I could be a kid again.
So I just started offering adults and youth sizes too. So
Wonderful, wonderful. I know, because this is the attention to detail, and these pants is just amazing. It's just amazing. I have not seen anything like this.
yeah.
Oh,
And so what makes it special is everything is cut and sew. Everything. It's from scratch, made from scratch. And I get it done from overseas. So
Very nice. So what made you want to get into this business?
I've always had a passion for fashion. And then once I had my son and like shopping, trying to get clothes that stand out, as you would say, it was hard. I couldn't really find anything. And so that really motivated me. And that's why I started it.
Yeah, so your company is named after your son. Does he have any kind of influence over patterns you choose or anything like that?
Sorta. He really likes those. Those orange ones are his favorite. He
I
likes
love
those. So yeah, sorta. And then he's my little model. So he's like the moose.
All that free exposure.
Yes. So he enjoys it. He does.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. What as you're embarking on your 2 years in here, what do you like most about the work so far that you do?
Honestly, it's the support and meeting my buyers. Like they had just hearing their stories and just how much I've inspired them. Because I'm from a small town in Kentucky, Owensboro, Kentucky. And and then the fact that I'm a single mother and I'm making it happen. So
Well, as the child of a single mother, it is amazing to see you out here hustling, because that work ethic, that is something that we soak up,
right.
Seeing you out here grinding and out here doing what you need to do. And you're letting him know if there is not something that you want, you can make it.
Exactly.
And you can make other people want it too.
Exactly.
So how would you say your business has evolved since you started it 2 years ago?
It's grown tremendously. I get a lot of offers of people wanting to put the product in stores. I've done it in 2 stores so far. And then I've done a lot of pop-up shops at the sneaker cons around Georgia. And my dream is a storefront one day. So hopefully.
Well, we're going to speak that into existence for you.
Yes.
Going to claim it. Yes. Jackson Jace.
Yes.
Big letters. Oh, that's so adorable.
I love it.
For those who are listening, we have a picture of the lovely, excuse me, Latanya Carter and Jackson.
Yeah.
Representing.
Yeah. And the clothing is just very unique. Like you said, you look for, I have a lot of little kids and little boys in my family, and trying to find clothes that, you know, are unique and, you know, that's different is difficult, you know. So it's these clothes are definitely, you know, stand out and, you know, brings, because these kids have so much personality that you just want to showcase it. And, you know, just at a young age, they start getting into fashion, and it's just like, okay, you're telling me what shoes you want to wear with this outfit, and I actually like that combo better. And it was
Like, okay, let me find out. You got a little inherent skill, little eye in there coming out.
yeah,
And
they
I
have
just hope it's like it looks intentional. And when I say that, I'm saying like you can tell it's a kid's line. I don't want them to look too grown at a young age and all of that. So
Definitely. And that's so important too, because it's a hard line to walk. You know what I mean? When you want your child to have the freedom of expression, but also want it to be age appropriate. You know, there's not
right.
a lot of middle ground there.
Right. Yes, you are right.
And so how would you say that, you know, your business is particularly relevant to, you know, Black children in the Black community?
Because I mean myself, I'm Black.
Just kidding.
So it's very relevant. And then at like going back to as far as the single mothers, the last time I checked the statistics, I think it's at 64% in the Black community. So yeah, it's definitely relevant.
You're showing people that they can have it all. They can be a great mom and also follow their dreams and their passion, and even include their kids in on the passion too.
Yes. Generational wealth. That's what I'm trying to create.
That's the goal right there.
Absolutely. You know, so, you know, as you've embarked on this 2 years that you've been in, and you've accomplished so much, you know, within this time frame, you know, how would you define success for your business right now? And I know you spoke about, you know, your storefront that you're going to get, you know, but, you know, what are some things that you look forward to in the future, you know, as the success continues?
I would say, I don't think success happens overnight. I ran into obstacles and bumps and bruises, and I've been crying late at night, like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And so I would just say, as far as you got to grow through it, you got to embrace the journey. And yeah, I would say my definition of success would be your impact on people, the purpose behind it. So,
and talk to the people about how important it is to just embrace all of that, you know, embrace those challenges and, you know, obstacles that you may face.
yeah, definitely, because I don't feel like your practices and everything that you do is going to remain the same. Like the world is constantly evolving. Things are constantly changing around you. So, yeah, you just got to learn to adjust and make it work for you.
Right. Make it weird. And that's one thing, you know, that's important about our community, about communities, that we are resourceful, we are adaptable, we get it done. You know, like you get it done. You saw a need for children's clothing that, you know, was representative of us, and like you said, important thing, age appropriate. So, you know, and you went for it, and, you know, the clothing that you have displayed is wonderful and it's unique, you know, and it's things that we need and we want to see, because we have style, you know, we as a community, we have style, we have culture. So it's important to embrace that, you know. So we are definitely appreciate you. And, you know, before you go, we want, please, you know, give us your information, you know, tell the people where they can reach you and how they can support.
We have the website, which is www.jacksonjace.com, and that's JAXSON. And then we have Instagram, which is Jackson Jace LLC, as well as Facebook. So
Okay, got it all covered over there. Make sure they're gonna find you. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, Tanya, it was wonderful having you here. Thank you again for, just showcasing your business and giving us the opportunity to talk with you and learn about this clothing line more. We are excited that you have children's clothes and now some young adults and some adults because I was definitely feeling those pants.
I was gonna try to do the math. Like, well, if I don't know how I can get past my calf.
Yes, I appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
No problems. Take care and good luck. We wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Blessings and happiness to your business.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, that was dope.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Give us 1 second, people. We just check in on a few things. Like we said, we had some things we wanted to show you guys and talk with you guys about. So give us 1 sec because we're about to bring on the next guest in 1 sec.
Yes. Well, I'm really excited to have this person come up too. I mean, honestly, there are so many like large clothing brands that people support, but they're, when you can shop small, it gives you something unique. You always have a conversation starter because everyone is not wearing this. Everyone doesn't have those cute little pants, those little zipper pants.
I really was loving the clothing. I'm like, oh, when she said that she was bringing up some adult stuff, I was like, okay, because I didn't want to have to fight, for them pants with little kids. I didn't want to have to fight a little kid for them pants. So but it's
trying to share them.
Like, what size you wear? My size, So I just want to have
$3 real quick. Let me get that.
So yeah. So okay. Well, I think we are ready to bring the next guest. I hope I pronounced his name right. We have Sydney Rillier with Visier Clothing.
Correct. You said it right.
I said it right.
Okay. A pronunciation guide goes a long way.
Man, I have like so many people. They struggle with trying to say my last name the correct way or the brand, and you said it the correct way. So
wonderful. Okay, I'm glad because that's important for me. So
yeah, we like to be right.
I said a little slow. So you tell the people again what your name is and what your clothing line is.
Yeah, my name is Sydney. Owner of Visier Clothing. Based out of New Orleans. It's a streetwear brand. I'm leaning more towards higher end, not really high end, but not your average streetwear, like more like on the same level as like bait and things like that. So some of my items can be a little more higher price, but yeah,
it's worth it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And how long have you been in business with Visier?
This is my 6th year.
Wow, that's a big milestone.
Yeah, facts.
And how's the journey been so far?
I mean, it was a lot of ups and downs. Since I've been doing this, but you learn why you're going through all of this. You live and you learn. So it's been a blessing. I say that.
Absolutely. And what made you want to, start this clothing line?
A few reasons. When I was younger, one of my close friends actually had a local brand, and he always came to me for advice, like with like the type of items he should drop and designs and things like that. And it's crazy because I never really paid attention to myself at that time, but he came to me for advice. And then it was a time when we all, like me, him, and a couple of a few of my other friends, we all was trying to start a brand together, but everybody was just in different places in their lives at that time, and it didn't work out. But even then, like, I still didn't take it serious. It was like, oh, my friends want to start a brand, let me help them with this. I just treated it like a hustle at the time.
Right.
So fast forward to 2016, when Kanye said he was running for president, I made these T-shirts, basically just advocating for Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I really had no intentions on voting for him or anything like that. It was like a joke. But I made these shirts and they were selling out. Like my first batch of shirts, they sold out it was only like 40 t-shirts, and they sold out within like 12 hours.
Oh, well, that ain't a joke at all.
Yeah, like they sold out very quick. So I just kept dropping those shirts until I couldn't drop them no more.
Mhm.
But you know, when I paid attention, I was like, you know, these shirts keep selling out. Like maybe I should take this serious. Like, and then I went back to like, all right, one of my friends, like he was coming to me for advice, you know, with his brand, you know, when I was younger, and then you know, it was just like I had a lot of situations where like fashion was like, it was like there, and I just wasn't taking it serious. And I'm like, man, you know what? I need to take this serious because it's a reason why people come to me. It's a reason why, you know, this keeps just falling in my lap.
Mhm.
Like, let me take it serious. So that's what I started doing since 2016. And I kept going since then.
Yeah, I mean, well, sometimes the path chooses you, right?
Exactly, and I feel like that's exactly what happened.
It all started with a vote for Kanye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
see, look,
that's a story. Like that's really
yeah,
like my story. It's crazy.
I love it. I love it. So, you know, now you talked about the start. So where has your brand evolved now? What type of products and services do you offer now?
So maybe 2 years in 2018, that's when I first started creating cut and sew pieces. Like before then, it was only screen print, like screen
Mhm.
print t-shirts, hoodies. I
Mhm.
had a few hats that I was getting embroidered. I was buying hats wholesale, getting them embroidered. But in 2018 is when I started reaching out to different manufacturers, and I
Mhm.
created my first cut and sew piece, a pair of boxing shorts. Um,
Okay.
Different. Like it was
Heard from the
different. And my
bottom.
reason for creating the shorts, honestly, I was like looking online for a pair of boxing shorts to wear myself. Like it was a trend that I just felt like I'm like this trend is about to kick off. And then I was like, you know, instead of me trying to buy boxing shorts, like let me create some. And that was the first piece that I created from scratch. So I did that, and that was another seller that a high seller. They sold out pretty good. But one of my friends is a professional boxer,
Okay.
so I every fight that he has, I create his shorts, his vest, all his pieces, and also since I started doing cut and sew pieces, I had a few celebrity clients along the way, like Ludacris recently.
Oh.
I think in May, yeah, a couple months ago in May, I created a leather jacket and
Nice.
leather pants for him. I don't know if y'all came across the picture, but it was a whole outfit that I created for him. And we actually got a couple other pieces that we're working on as well. I don't know if you're familiar with Kenny Burns, but I
Yeah.
actually met him years ago through one of my homies in New Orleans, and like we've been click tight since then. Like I always send him pieces, but it wasn't until recently he came down here in New Orleans. I think last November maybe, and we were just chopping it up. And he told me, like, he pulled me aside. He's like, man, look, cause he has a brand himself, and
Mhm.
he was like, how about like, what you think about you being creative director for my brand? Um, and like that, so like we had talks about that. So like we haven't actually like that haven't actually been in place, but I have created uh full drops for him, like his whole spring collection, I'm working on his winter collection right now. I done
Nice.
did other pieces along the way for him. Who else? Anuel, the
Mhm.
Latin rapper. He
Mhm.
just went on a tour. He was on a world tour during the summer, and I created 12 pieces for him, 12
Wow.
custom
Wow.
pieces. Yeah, so it's been going in the right direction. Like I haven't. It's crazy because when I started, I used to like go to different concerts, like pull up to concerts and try to gift the artist with my merch. And
Yeah, it's a great strategy.
yeah, like just to get the hype out. Like I don't know if you guys remember the picture. It was a picture of 21 Savage next to a red Ferrari. This was like 2016, and everybody was saying that Drake had bought him that Ferrari. He
Okay.
posted a picture, but anyways, he had my shirt on in that picture. And I was like, this is an iconic picture because everybody, like all the blogs been posting this picture left and right, and he got my shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
But he
Wow.
didn't tag, nobody knew it was my brand. So, everybody in my city, and they was tagging me, of course, but I didn't really get no recognition for that, but it was still like that's my shirt, like, so it
Right.
was something that I was looking up to, and like I said, like back then I was just giving stuff away for free to these different artists, but now, like, they reaching out to me, and they buying like full pieces from me, full collections for tours and stuff like that. So it's just crazy how the tables turn.
But
I mean,
that's
when something's fire, people want to know about it. They
right.
want to know how'd you get it? How can I get my own exclusive version of it?
Right.
They want to know.
Exactly.
That's definitely a great strategy, because I know there's been several times I'm looking like, ooh, what do you got? And I hope I can afford this. Like we always look. That's what we look at, and
yeah, I mean, because when you think about it, and I always tell people, it's like the rappers, and it's like for everybody, the rappers, like just the urban community, period. Like, we the ones who set the trends. Like, the rest of the world, like the Kim Kardashians, all these other people, they looking at us, for inspo.
Exactly.
And we the ones giving them the inspo. So, if that's what it is, then let me try to get my clothing on them, because they gonna be, they wear it, and they inspiring all these other people that everybody looking up to. So that was always, how I thought of it. But
Of course.
Yeah. So you mentioned all of these, the different clothing that you provided for these artists. How did you get into that design aspect? Because it seems like, you started with, like you said, the print, and then you moved on to the boxer shorts, and now you're designing full outfits for people. How did you transition? How did you get that design aspect into your business?
Honestly, it's just like I have crazy ideas all the time, like, and I draw them out, or I jot them down, or like, I have a team too, like, so I have like different graphic designers if it's something that I can't do, and I like text them my thoughts immediately, and like, let's get this out, like, even if it's not something that I'm gonna drop, I need to get it down some way, somehow, and and that's that. So, like, I don't know, it's just, I just have all these crazy thoughts, and I just feel like I gotta get it out. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it in the words, but I'm very creative.
Yeah.
Like, so
I can tell.
Yeah, I'm very creative. I'll just leave it at that.
We like, it's important, like, the collaboration, having a good team behind you, being comfortable to, express your thoughts and your ideas, and have, that support. That's what makes, success in a business. So it's good to hear, through your experience, that these are things that you've come to that point where, you've had that, and I'm sure that's, helped with your success. So it's good. That's things that we want to hear. That's things I know that, people who are entrepreneurs, who are thinking about these business, want to know. It's like, how do I get to this point? And you've done it, and you've been successful, within these 6 years. You've done a lot of celebrities wearing your clothes,
Yeah.
Some people are in business for 10 years, 20 years, and never get that level of level of
And that's the
attention.
thing, everybody, we all move at our own pace. But it's not a race, it's a marathon. So everything, if you just keep working at it, it's gonna come your way. And like I said, like, I just feel like, what's happening for me now, I did work towards it. Like I said, I always went to concerts to meet different artists, to gift them. And now, like, they reaching out to me and, buying all these pieces from me. So, that was just something that I just, I worked towards.
Right. Definitely. And I have a question, so you already talked about how you have a unique last name, Rillier. But what's the etymology of your business name, Vizier?
So with Vizier, Vizier means vicious. It's just French for vicious. Some people, they actually just call it vicious just because they can't pronounce Vizier. But basically, when I was younger, I don't know if y'all ever heard, they have a wrestler. They had a wrestler named Sid Vicious.
Yep.
And they also had a rock star named Sid Vicious.
Oh,
so it was just common. Like, a lot of people used to call me that just because my name is Sydney. So they used to say Sid Vicious or whatever. And Wayne rapped about it like when I was like maybe 16 years old or something like that. So like in high school, it really stuck with me. So when I used to make my social media handles, I used to try to, put Sid Vicious, but I couldn't because Vicious was always taken. I would have to do it in French in order to have it with no underscores and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that was always my social media handle, Sid Vicious. And when it came down to me creating my brand, I struggled trying to find a name. But I had a few people. It was always in the back of my mind to name it Vicious, but a lot of people behind me was like, that should be the name, like it's unique. Even though it means vicious, like it's unique. It's something that could stand with, these other brand names, and it's me,
Yeah.
And it's
it's
a
me.
very
Like
visually
when people
appealing
see
name.
this, they'll know, like, and this was just me being in New Orleans, but everybody in New Orleans, when they saw this, they knew it was me. So, and I
Right.
was just like, but it's something that I could, keep with me, and I could make it big. So
Yeah, it's definitely a appealing name, and
right,
speaking
right.
of how unique your name is, what do you feel
And
like?
then also with my last name being French as well, and the like both letters, I mean both names, they end with IEUX. It was just like this is perfect. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
This is something
yeah,
was meant to be.
right.
it is definitely unique, So speaking of that, what do you feel like makes your business unique? I know you spoke about just, all of the things that's gone into it, which has been a lot, but what would you say makes your business stand out, your clothing line stand out and unique amongst, others?
For starters, I design for myself. So like some brands could be trendy. Like they see what's going on and they try to mimic that. Try to create a better piece than what they're seeing. Me, on the other hand, when I'm designing, I block all of that out. I basically create pieces that I feel like I want to wear, pieces that I feel like would do good in the world. Like, so when I started doing, like, I did leather shorts. I did my first pair of leather shorts I did 2 years ago, and like leather really wasn't as trendy as it is now. Like you see everybody wearing leather all the time, like Rick Owens and Javinci and all that. It's just everything is leather, 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 leather. But
Right.
2 years ago it wasn't that heavy, but I wanted to wear some leather shorts, so I made some. And then of course came fall,
In
winter. I made me
Louisiana?
some leather pants. Say that again.
Is it in Louisiana? You
Oh
know
yeah,
how?
You know what? We are some
yeah.
leather wearing in the summertime people. I love me some leather.
I mean,
I
you
like
look good.
leather.
You look
I
good,
mean,
right?
the shorts they not. I mean, they are heavy, but they not hot. Like they lined with nylon material, so it's not like you just got leather sitting on your legs.
Okay, okay. So quality, nice
Yeah,
quality.
It's fashion. We will
yeah.
wear it. If it looks good and we want to look good, we will wear it. And
That's
I
how I am. Like I don't. I mean, unless it's daytime. If it's daytime, yeah, I might not. I don't want to wear nothing that I'm gonna sweat in, and you'll see it. But if it's nighttime, I'm going out. Yeah, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear.
And hey, look, being that guy in leather shorts, you definitely are going to be
Right,
an attention getter. Somebody gonna talk
right.
to you.
Yeah. But
but
yeah,
it's
so I design for myself, like just the pieces that I want to wear, the pieces that I think, like I said, would do good. I think would do good. So
and it's good because you said you designed for yourself, but also people are loving it,
Mhm.
So I know that
right,
can be a great feeling to know that, like, even though this is my taste and this is my style, people are feeling it and people are supporting it and people are loving it, So I know that has to be a great
exactly,
feeling.
exactly. I look at people like um I can't think of his name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Jeremy Scott, who
Mm,
he did designs for Adidas, and now he the creative director of
Mhm.
Moschino, and basically, I feel like if you look at the stuff he did for Adidas, the stuff he do for himself, the stuff that he's doing now, he designed for himself.
yeah,
It's very colorful, vibrant characters. Like, it's just you could tell like that's just all him, and he bring
yeah,
it wherever he go. So
Yeah.
I look at stuff like that, and people support it, people like it. So I
right,
just felt like even with me, like people, thought I was like very fashionable. So I'm like, maybe if I create the pieces that I like, I would stand out for one because I'm blocking everything else out, but also like y'all would like it as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, because when something is good, people will respond to it. You know what I mean? When it has that unique quality to it, when it's different.
Cut this light on. I'm sitting in the car. I had a busy day, but
Hey, that's the life of a business owner, right?
Right,
It's always a busy day.
Happy to have you here, no matter where you at. So we appreciate it.
Especially all the way from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel like, because the great thing about, this platform and this showcase is that we're able to talk to people, all across, all around the world, really, and
Right.
so we're happy to have you here from Louisiana. How do you feel like just being brought up? And Louisiana definitely has its own culture.
Yeah, definitely. I think we definitely stand out our culture, especially in New Orleans, because New Orleans is not even like the rest of Louisiana. But our culture, we definitely stand out, and that's something else. Like with my brand, always wanted to showcase, New Orleans talent. Like it's not just about me. It's really for my city. Like I'm not the only in my city. I'm not the only one with a brand. There's a lot of people out here, and there's a lot of other people with dope brands down here. And I just feel like we all need to showcase our talent because a lot of people, I don't know, like people might feel like we not really fashion forward and into fashion down here like that, but it's real heavy down here, like very, very.
I mean, especially because historically there have been so many ways that Black people have been silenced, right? And even taking it back to how Black women were told that our hairstyles were too elaborate, so we had to start covering our hairs with scarves because slave masters' wives were getting jealous of all the attention we were getting. We've always found a way to change, to adapt, and to express. And clothing has been a way to do that. And so it's amazing that you found a way to kind of connect your history, your passions, and popular culture to get people to respond.
Right.
Yeah. So how would you say that your business is particularly relevant to, a Black person in the Black community? And you talk a little bit about it, but let's talk
Well, what can I say? First off, I definitely try to keep everything Black. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I done had for my photo shoots, I done had photographers. Sometimes like one of my photographers, we work really well together. If I can't pick models, he try to pick for me. But let's just say sometimes he might come with a white model or something like that, and I'm just like very particular. Like no, like this is for us. Like I want to keep everything Black. I want to keep everything Black. They have their own stuff already going on. Like let's keep everything Black.
Right.
And I just stand on that with my brand. Like anything I do, like business wise, everything. Like I just want to deal with our culture, our people.
And that's important. That's important. A lot of times, like you said, things get shifted, and it starts to lose its value because we start to then get pushed to the back, when we've always been on the forefront, so it's important. That's a good thing to have in mind, as a business owner, is that, no, we're going to stick with this. We're going to make sure that my vision, my goal, for my business, for my clothing line is being represented, so we appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that. So, I know even though you've been in here for 6 years, this seems like it's only the beginning for you because I know you have so much that you want to do, so
much that I want to do. I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface yet. Like it's crazy. I just, it's been a blessing, but I just feel like I said, I haven't scratched the surface yet. Like it's a lot that I want to do, and it's a lot that I know I'm gonna, be able to do. I'm gonna push myself. I'm not giving up ever. But yeah, it's been a blessing, along the way for sure.
Well, I gotta make sure I get myself some of that Vizier, so I'm not left behind in the lurch.
Yeah, let me know. I'll give y'all my contact. Any pieces y'all want. I just dropped some t-shirts today. Matter of fact, Actually, it's been a busy summer for me. I just been trying to, keep it going, cause you know, like during collections, I might take a break. Like I might drop a collection, take a month off. But this summer I just been dropping. Like
Right.
just trying
But
to,
that's good. That's a blessing. Well, you mentioned something that's important. Tell the people how they can find you and how they can support you. Let us know. Let us know. How they can find you. Your IG,
all
your
right.
all that
My
stuff.
my website is www.viciate.co. If you can't spell viciate, it's VICIEUX viciate.co. My Instagram handle is viciate.no. So VICIEUXNO. My personal page. I like to give up my personal page because I tend to promote more on my personal page from time to time. But my personal page is Sid Vicier. So SIDVICIEUX. So if you want to purchase from my brand or just look up what I got going on, you can check out those two Instagrams and check out my website.
Dope,
Okay.
dope.
Well, it's been a pleasure. We definitely want to have you back on here. We appreciate you. We would love to hear, what you've been working on upcoming, because we know you have a lot of things in store. So, and we just appreciate you, dropping these jewels, sharing, just the process with us and how you've gotten here. Because like you said, the grind that you put in, to make your business successful shows. And I think that that's something that, entrepreneurs and people who want to start their own clothing brand needs to know, that you got to step out there. You got to,
Yeah,
do what
gotta
it
step
takes,
out there. Yep.
and when you have these visions, when you have these ideas, you got to go for it,
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't have the faith enough to invest in yourself, how can you expect other people to want to invest in you?
Exactly.
And that's invest
People,
money, time, energy, just thought
right.
power,
It take
anything.
all of that for real. It take all of that. And people also need to know, say if you do have the courage to step out, you invest, and let's just say that first order don't do good, don't give up. I done had plenty of orders that didn't do good. I done took a lot of losses. Like I said, you live and you learn. During this, but I took a lot of losses. But I won. Just as much as well. But
Yeah.
that's because I never gave up. I kept going.
Exactly.
Wonderful. So thank you so much for being here, Sid. We appreciate it. We wish you all the best. We are definitely want to support, and we hope that we know that the viewers are going to support, because this has definitely been an inspiring story. So we thank you for being here, and again, we look forward to hearing from you and seeing what you have going on in the future.
Thank y'all for having me.
Of
No,
course, of course.
All right. See y'all later.
all
I'll
right,
see you
take
later.
care.
Peace, love, and blessings to your business.
All right.
That
That's my
was
new thing, Major. Peace, love, and blessings to your
I
business.
hear you, girl. I hear you. I love it. I love it. Vicier clothing line. Again, just what I love about this platform is that everybody's journey is different. Everybody's business is different in its own way. Even if you have clothing, everyone is bringing something special to their brand. Which you know we can see. And the buyer and the supporter can see these things. They can see the love and the
And the detail.
detail that you put in your businesses, and it's important. And I that's something that we want to showcase here, because we have so much talent. We have so much love, and we have so much support in what we do. It's always going to be pride in what we do. We always put, our love and our energy and everything in your support, and it's not going to be perfect. You listeners, you all have heard, that everyone has had their lows, but they've also had highs. And that's the important thing to focus on. Everything is not going to be easy. Everything, like Latanya said,
Good stuff isn't.
it's not an overnight success. It's not, but the process to get here is worth it. So we love having these businesses here. We love them coming and just talking to us and just going through their process. And we hope that this inspires you all. We hope that this makes you want to support them. They have dropped, their information. Definitely check them out.
And join as a shopper on Shop Black Enterprise to get to
shop on Shop Black Enterprise, and you will get this information. Again, we also want to hear from you. It's important because we are also the consumers. We want to hear from you. So if there's anybody on the show that you want to hear more about, or you may have missed their information, definitely, reach out to us, let us know. We're going to start, incorporating some more information here for you guys in the future. So continue to stay tuned because we're getting better. We're improving. So we love that you guys are supporting us. But with that being,
oh, and I was going to say, yeah, well, I think they're ready for our next merchant.
Guys, we got some stuff for you. So Curtis Jackson, I believe, is next. It's Curtis Jackson here with Art Always Respect Time.
This sounds like great advice and a business name.
Good. How are you?
Hold on. Oh no, we're having some technical difficulties.
I think we might have some technical issues. Let us know if you can hear us. Can you hear us?
I think it might be a bandwidth issue. So
let's see if we. Let's see. Might have to bring it in and bring it back in.
Yeah. Maybe get you closer to your router or something. For
we all know how these the service do. All right. I think it's better now. Can you hear it?
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you better now. Perfect. Great.
We just needed to talk it out, work it out. So we are good. Hi, Curtis. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Oh man. Okay, hold on. I think we're working. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through
it. All right. It looks like you might be catching up now.
Give me one second.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Hey, things happen.
We are live, you all, and things
happen.
So, like I said, one of the things about us is we adapt. We adapt, and we're gonna get it together. So it's no worries because we are definitely interested and we want to hear. I think it might be working now. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yes. All right.
Good.
Great.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right.
So we're good now?
Yes, we're good. We're good. Tell us a little bit about your business, Curtis.
Well, it's a clothing brand I started maybe about 2 years ago. I was kind of in between figuring out what I wanted to do. I also picked up a trade. So I was in trade school because I knew I wanted something to be able to take with me no matter where I ended up. That way I would never be without, a way of making money. So I went to trade school to learn HVAC. But I've always been interested in fashion and clothes and sneakers and things like that. And I have quite a bit of friends who are into, who have fashion brands as well. So in the midst of helping them and assisting them and things like that, what are you going to do, or when are you going to start your own? 2000, I kind of just started planning up until I finally launched everything.
I think we're losing you again. Let's see. Going in and out.
Yeah. Well, while we're trying to get that together, Curtis, maybe you can try and tell us a little bit about where you're based out of, if you can hear us. All right. So, are you there, Curtis? Can you hear us?
I'm here. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. All right, good. So where is your business based out of?
So I'm based out of Washington, D.C.
All right, no. Okay, good.
I'm based out of Washington, D.C. Sorry, it's a delay. So.
Oh, it's okay. We understand. So, So how long have you been in business? How long have you been representing art?
2 years now. Two great years, I would say. And you know,
I think we still having a little bit of connectivity issues. No, let's see. Want Curtis to be able to tell us about art. Let's see.
Yes. I
Thank you.
want to know I want to know about it. I've seen the website. There was some good stuff, so I want to talk about it.
Definitely some good
Oh,
stuff.
there he goes. Agree. There he goes. All right, Curtis. So now that you're back, can you tell us a little bit about what made you decide to become an entrepreneur? How'd you get here?
okay, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Okay. Whew. Okay. So yeah, been in business for 2 years. And Infinity to go.
Yeah. And so what made you decide to become an entrepreneur with this business 2 years ago?
I didn't, some people enjoy their 9 to 5 and working secularly. That's just not something that was for me. I didn't really enjoy working for somebody else. I kind of wanted to, work for myself, make my own schedule and things like that. And so I started working towards that. And I have a goal that I want to be retired by 45. So I just don't see myself working past 45. So that's my goal. And in order to do that, I knew I need to have multiple streams of revenue. So why not start with kind of like my most passionate thing, something that I indulge in every single day, which is clothing.
Wonderful. It's always good to have goals. Definitely, and working till 45. We definitely reaching for that. Definitely. So, but I think it might have broke up a little bit. But tell us about the name and how you got this name. Always respect time.
Sounds like good advice and a name. So
yeah, it's well, it was just like a mantra that I started to live by. You go through things in life, and you tend to find yourself dwelling on the past or becoming too anxious on the future instead of just focus on being present. And so that became my main focus in life, just being present and respecting time, because it's the most valuable thing that we have. You know what I'm saying? You can't, once it's gone, you can't get it back, and you can't rush it. So it's best to do the best we can with the time that we have, and always be progressive. That's really the main thing. The main thing behind my brand is to always be progressive, always work towards being your best or presenting your best, and keep moving forward. So that's kind of how it translated, and I just kind of developed it. I'm a fan of acronyms, so ART was kind of fitting because I love art of all kinds, and it's relatable to everybody. Everybody loves art, from hair and makeup to paintings to cooking to what I'm saying. Anything can be considered art, so it's really all inclusive.
Exactly. So, and what as you've been embarking on this journey, what do you like most about the work that you do?
The constant challenge. It's a challenge every single day. It's a new challenge. Being that I kind of started by myself and I'm kind of doing a lot of things on my own, I had that. I couldn't just, you can't just say, I'm going to make clothes and slap logos on clothes and put them out. You got to learn about materials. You got to learn about, if you want to put out a quality thing, you have to learn. Then you have to learn the business side of it, all the being organized. I'm naturally not an organized person, so that was a challenge that I had as well. Just getting organized and learning all aspects of not only the business, but what it actually takes to run a successful clothing brand. And it's an everyday lesson. And me being a person who comes from a very competitive background, I play sports, I love sports. That is a heavy part of my background. So I love the competition of constantly being challenged every single day, and I never get bored with it.
You mentioned something, great, that I think that some people don't think about is, when you start a business, in order for your business to be successful, you have to recognize your strengths and your weaknesses. Like you
Mhm.
said, you know you have that competitive spirit, but you also know that, you know, you may not be the most organized, which I'm not myself either. So, you know, it's just, you know, recognizing those things so that you know that you can focus where to focus on, you know, and where to, you know, like you said, address the challenges that you may have.
Right. Absolutely.
Mhm. And so, you've talked a lot about, just a lot of the growth that you've experienced, but if you could just talk a little bit more deeply about some of the ways that y'all have evolved since you started 2 years ago.
The evolution is, it was a lot of trial and error, with my first, with one of my first releases, my fall releases, the pants, you know what I'm saying? They were nice pants, good quality pants, but the size chart in the beginning, the sizing was a little off. And then I ran into the challenge of, when you're ordering overseas, you're relying on their shipping timetable. So if you're kind of cutting close to your deadline and you're just ordering things and you're relying on them to be there by a certain time, it may not get there from that time. So now the growth is always being way ahead of schedule so that things are already here. And by the time it's time to roll things out, they're ready to go. Getting those size charts corrected, and even getting better and progressing even in the quality. I feel like I have some of the best quality out there, even with some of the first things I released. But moving forward, the things I'm going to be releasing at the top of next year is going to be even better than that was. You know what I mean? So it's just always about just fine tuning and constantly educating and being a sponge in this, and a historian, knowing the history. You know what I mean of this was very helpful in the growth of this brand as well.
Most definitely.
So we have one of your shirts, which is lovely. You can already tell the quality of this, you know, this item. But tell us a little bit about what we're seeing right here. This shirt that you have and the hat that you have.
Okay, so this shirt that I have, it's like I call it the ransom piece because it kind of emulates kind of like a ransom note. You know how they used to cut out the magazine letters, and you know what I mean. And it's just a cool thing to just emphasize. It's another thing that's on time. You think about when you're holding somebody for ransom, you have a certain amount of time to get that person what they need, or else, you know what I mean. So it was just a funky way of me just, playing with constantly, everything's just time themes, constantly playing with the concept of time. And the beanie was more so just an ode to Marvin Gaye. I'm a huge Marvin fan. He's from the DC area. So, he was famous for wearing these fisherman hats. So fisherman beanies rather. So that was my ode to the city. If you're ever in the city or around the city, you're constantly seeing people wearing them anyway. So that was kind of the thinking between the hat and the shirt as well.
Yeah, I'm going to get myself one of those Marvin beanies. They're kind of
Oh yeah, I got it.
And
I got some for you.
The thought and that goes into it, like you said, just being intentional, being thoughtful about your brand. And we as consumers, we see that we can understand, and we know the love that people put into their item, which makes us want to even to support it even more. So it's just good hearing about that and allowing you breaking down those items. It gives them more of appreciation for your craftsmanship, because you definitely have a gift. So,
and it's always nice to be able to support a brand that has a message behind it too, and your message is literally sewn and stitched into every item that you have. Always spend time. It's in your name.
Yeah, I'm somebody who enjoys storytelling, from even to the point that everything that I release, I wanted to come with a visual, because when I hear back in the day, music videos was a huge part of rolling out music. You know what I mean? And it helps you appreciate the music more when you see the visual behind it. You know what I mean? So storytelling is a big part of my brand. I want to tell a story. I want to be very precise with everything. Make sure everything that I'm releasing connects and it's telling that story. And because I know that's what I appreciate from things from life. You know what I mean? I'm a very visual learner. And so whenever somebody releases a visual with things or there's storytelling involved, I'm always locked in.
Right.
Dope. And so you talked a little bit about, kind of the history and some of the messaging behind your business, and that's all very unique. But are there any other things that you feel makes your business unique?
Besides the quality, besides me just having a very obsessive, have a very obsessive personality when it comes to me being interested in things. You know what I mean? Like I want to be the best at everything that I do, and it's going to show. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to wait around for anybody to help me or for anything to come to me. I'm just going to go get it. And so along this journey, like my journey is my idea is not to become the biggest. It's just to put out the best product. You know what I mean? My main goal coming out the gate was this looks like, a high end, you know what I mean, thing. I want it to be comparable to a Dior or, you know what I mean, any other high end brand that you can think of out the gate.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that was my main goal.
Yeah, because designer is not just, the few brands that we think of nowadays. Designer is people who put quality, effort, and intentionality behind their clothing. And that's designer. That's what you're bringing.
And
Yeah.
I know for us, we want to support who supports us. So a lot of times when we think of designer, it may not necessarily be these brands that support us, so the more we get these type of clothing like art and things of that nature, that we see the quality is the same, and now we can support one of our own. I think that people are more inclined to do that because we're looking for these opportunities. We're looking for these brands. We want our money to go back into our community. So it's good that we have this out here. And I think for us it's not about the money, it's about the quality. So the fact that you are putting so much thought and so much effort and so much time and attention into the quality of your products, it is designer. It is something that we're looking for, and it's something that our community needs because we want to support these brands. We want to have these type of clothing, and it's good to know that this is what you're doing and this is what you're providing to us.
And you brought out a really good point about it. It's not about the money for me because, if it was about the money, I could just slap, I love Jesus on a t-shirt and sell millions of it. You know what I'm saying? But, it's all about, the quality, putting out a quality product. That way you build up a following who appreciates your things. And eventually the money's going to come rolling in anyway, because it's going to get to a point where people know what type of service they're going to get from you. It's like a Mercedes Benz. You know what I mean? When you get a Mercedes Benz, you're getting quality. So as they raise the price, their loyal customers stay with them because they know exactly what they're getting. And that's the type of audience I want to build.
You pay what something is worth to you. And I've always said, prosperity follows passion. So if you are truly following your passion and really investing in it, the money will come. The money will come.
And we're this community, and we're looking for these things. We want to support. I don't think that a lot of times, in the community, people feel like we have to lower the standards and lower the price. But it's like, no, if I'm going to spend my money somewhere, I'm going to spend it with quality, and I'm going to spend it in my community. So it's good that this is what you're focusing on, and this is what you're aiming on, because there's a lane, there's an audience, and there's a consumer for it, so we're happy to support it. And that's why we have this showcase and this platform, because we need more quality, we need more thoughtfulness, we need more intention put into our businesses, because if who's going to support it, if someone's going to support it, it's going to be us, and we want it to be us. So we appreciate that. So I know you talked about a lot of your goals, and they're amazing. So how would you define success in your business?
I feel like I reached success the first time I created something, and I put something out there, and somebody who didn't know me bought it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was like the most fulfilling thing for me, because it's like you could have took your money and spent it elsewhere, but you took your hard-earned money and decided, I'm gonna take a chance and spend this guy that I don't know. You know what I mean? So that was fulfilling in itself. And just anytime I get an order, I'm appreciative for it. I don't care if I get one order for the day, or if I only get one order for the week. You know what I mean? It's like, at the end of the day, I'm grateful because that person didn't have to spend their money.
Yeah, people don't have to support you, so when they choose to, it means that much more.
Exactly. And we always love an attitude of gratitude. I say that all the time. We always love an attitude of gratitude. So it's important. So you talk about the support that you get from people, and so how do you feel like your business is particularly relevant to a Black consumer and the Black community?
I'm Black. So, and I'm from the inner city. I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. I went to D.C. public schools. So everything that I do is a representation of me and my people. And I'm trying to push the positive narrative. You mentioned, getting people to support their own, but also I have to do my part to make sure I'm worth supporting, because at the end of the day, with Black business, sometimes it could come with a bad connotation, because sometimes, it could come with cheap. It could come with, I'm sure we've all had some experience with a small business or a small Black business that didn't have it all the way together. My job is to make sure I have it all the way together, so that when somebody comes shop with me, I make them go want to support the next Black business and the next Black business, because their experience with me was very pleasant, and as if they were going to support those bigger businesses. So I'm just trying to be a progressive light in our community, and as well, I'm trying to affect the youth as well. I've spoken at a school. I'm actually speaking at another high school in a couple of weeks, to just show them that there's other things other than, there's nothing wrong with universities, but there's just other avenues that you can take in order to be successful and in order to push the envelope as for us as a people to be progressive.
Wonderful. Absolutely. Well, we appreciate, all these things that you have said. Because you have definitely dropped some jewels for us. Is there anything else that you want to, tell the people, let the people know, about your business, or any other entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs out here? Anything else you want to share with us tonight?
If you're going to do it, I'm a strong advocate for it. I bully all of my friends that even bring an idea to me to pursue it, because at the end of the day, there's enough real estate for any creative in this space. I don't care. I tell people all the time, like, there's no point of having this, kind of just unhealthy competitive nature towards other brands or other people who are in the same lane. Because at the end of the day, I can never have enough Black t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? If I have a Black t-shirt and both of them have a Black t-shirt and I like them both, I'm gonna buy them both. You know what I mean? So don't be discouraged. Don't get an attitude of as if you own the space. You know what I'm saying? This is shared space. There were people here before you. There's going to be people here after you. Let's make it a community environment so that we can help each other and push the narrative of all of us being progressive. And as well as, if you're going to get into it, then get into it. Be obsessive over it. Learn the history of whatever you're doing, and learn all the ins and outs. Do all the research that you can. YouTube University is my best friend. Anything that I know, I've learned, I've looked it up in some way, shape, or form at YouTube, and it pointed me in the right direction. So that's what I have. And don't get discouraged. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, as you guys talked about previously with the previous guest. There's a lot of ups and downs, but at the end of the day, it's going to make it that much gratifying once you get to the end, once you reach your goal, and you're looking back at the long journey that it took to get there.
That's all great advice. I really appreciate you sharing that. Can you share with the people one more time how they can get in contact with you?
Yeah, so my Instagram is always respect time. My website is alwaysrespecttime.com. And you can email me at art@alwaysrespecttime.com.
Wonderful, Curtis. Well, thank you so much for being here. We look forward to talking with you and hearing back from you in the future, because we know everything is going to be successful, and so we just appreciate, all of the information and the jewels that you've dropped here. And thank you for your time. Thank you for coming here. And you guys, please support all art. Always respect time. You heard it here. You seen the craftsmanship. You seen the details. So and you seen the thought and the work that's behind it. So we just wish you all the best,
Yeah.
and we definitely look forward to all the things that you have in store. So
Thank you for having me. I'm glad we was able to get through it with our network issues, but this was great. This was great. It was very enjoyable, and I'll continue to support this network as well.
all
Thank
right.
you so much. Wonderful.
Take care.
Peace, love, and blessings to your business.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Of course. All right. Well, that was awesome.
Yes, that was great. I mean, I just feel so like full, full of just good information, full of just good, just all businesses, because they all have put so much work and so much time and so much thought into
Yes.
everything that they've done, every detail, and everybody has their own story. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different lane, and everybody has, a different purpose. But
Yeah, I mean, we had what 3 different fashion designers on today, and they all brought something different. They all had something unique. They all had something to say. 4, yep, 4 different folks. See, look, and they all had something unique to bring. So it's amazing that you can have people who are in the same industry and still have that variety to it.
Right. And, one thing that Curtis talked about, he talked about his competitive spirit, but, it's always, healthy competition is always good, but like he said, there's something for everybody, if 5 black t-shirts, I want them all, I one for each day, so,
I might switch out in the middle of the day.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna wear it again. So it's always, it's good for healthy competition, but you know what? It's also important for collaboration. And I think that, that's something that I've taken from this is just all of the different work that people have put into it. Just like, Sidney talked about, his team, having a team. Having people that he can throw ideas with, and who's going to just show up and support. And Latanya talked about just all the support that she's gotten from her pop-up shops and just different avenues, and just what Capital District, what Julius talked about is just the love and support that he's gotten from the city. And just because he's representing the city, he's wearing it on his back, and he's created a lane for others who love their city and love where they're from to represent as well. And it was great having Eugene on here to just give that artist perspective, and just a different. He has 20 years in this game, and he's branching out and doing his own thing. He's collaborated with so many different other artists and musicians, and now he's doing his own thing. So everybody has a lane, everybody has a talent. And the good thing about Shop Black Enterprise Showcase here is that we can showcase the talents. We can showcase, because it's something for everybody, and so
exactly.
Go ahead. What you say, Sha?
I'm saying, you're gonna find something you want here.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we want to reiterate, how you can support. Check out shopblackenterprise.com, check out sourceradio.com. If you are a business that would like to showcase on here, because you've heard, it's so many wonderful stories, so many opportunities, and so many jewels that have been being dropped here tonight. So, if you are one that wants to showcase your business and share, definitely give us a call at 844 Source Radio, or email us at info@sourceradio.com. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. We want to showcase you, and we want the consumers to be able to find you and support you. They
can't find you. They can't support you.
Yeah,
and we're giving you a mouthpiece to speak with. We're giving you a platform so that you can find people to support you and be there.
Yes, exactly. So, we have some more great stuff coming up, in the next coming weeks, so we are excited to have you here tonight, but also to have you here in the future. So definitely check us out, same time, same place next week. We'll have some more great entrepreneurs and businesses to showcase for you all. So
Yes, and don't forget that you all, it's just $25 to showcase here, and we have that promotion going on right now where if you bring 2 additional folks, you get to come back for free.
yeah,
Just to promote
exactly.
yourself again. So please utilize that. We are trying to support y'all. We are trying to give you an avenue to have yourself be heard. So please take us up on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we will see you all next time. So be safe out here and, definitely, like you said, Shop Black Enterprise and sourceradio.com. So take care, everyone. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.
See y'all next week. Signing off.